All right, welcome back. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Talkative Sports Podcast. Welcome back, fellas. It's that time of year, man. Champions League football is back after the international break. Premier League football, we had yet another match week, but let's start Champions League first. Excuse me. Um, to be honest, I want to start with the match of the day, and that for me has to be Newcastle PSG. Now it was a home match for Newcastle, so one could say that maybe a bad PSG performance was to be expected because if you look at PSG's previous history in England, they're not really all that hot. That being the case, this is Newcastle's first Champions League appearance in a while. I think the last time they appeared was before it was called Champions League, no. Um, And so, with that being the case, they're the young cats on the street, and boy, did they come out and show that they belong. They put four past them. At one point, it was 3-0. Then PSG got their what you call it.
Solution.
There you go, consolation goal, just to make the scoreline look good. Oh well, a bit better. I wouldn't say good, but kudos to Newcastle. I like what I'm seeing. Eddie Howe is showing that he might be the truth.
Yeah, that's Eddie Howe is yet to be seen by my taste, but
Oh
the
gosh,
team
such a tough critic.
showing. No, I've been the most vibrant Eddie Howe supporter, but seeing what he did to Alan Saint Maximan has made me shy away a little bit, just a little bit, because I'm just
Stop
like,
it.
okay, so you let your arguably one of the best dribblers the Premier League has ever seen go.
As
Okay,
you can see,
see what happens.
they are doing fine without him. Gordon is looking like it might be a breakout year for him.
We'll see what
Miguel Almiron is showing that there's still some legs left in him.
we'll
Hey
see.
man,
I think letting Maximin go is actually good for Newcastle
yes,
because, like, without any evidence of what I'm about to say, he seems like the type of player who like coasts on skill alone. He's a Eden Hazard type. So and him too. He's like, I just want to get paid and have fun and not really have to grind or compete or do too much. And like Maximin is a great player, but has
Glad you
he
said.
has he been
I'm glad you prefaced it without any evidence.
without any evidence,
Yeah.
just straight vibes? But
I
whereas
I
like
don't know if you could say without
I
any
think
evidence. I think
I
you could look at. I think you look at the past few years with Newcastle and just the last couple that he spent with Eddie Howe, and he just for me outside of looking in, I'm looking at what Eddie Howe was trying to put together with that team, and I looked at Saint Maximin, and I'm just saying I just didn't see the connection.
well the
Saint
thing
Maximin
is
wasn't picking
also
up what he
like
was putting down.
we know how skillful he is, but did he produce consistently enough? Like, was he any part of their like a success in the last year? Was he really that guy that they needed
When he
so
was
bad?
healthy, yeah,
That's another thing. Staying
he
healthy.
played
I think
just
he's
like
inconsistent.
would just bench. I would just bench him and then they'll lose. Okay, whatever. But
I
hey,
thought he was inconsistent.
Eddie Howe just never
Yeah,
saw him
I definitely
as
thought it was
the
inconsistent
kind of
too.
player that he wanted in the first place. So, because I think Saint Maximin was already there. I don't think Eddie Howe got him. I think Saint Maximin was already there. But all I'm saying is the only way Eddie Howe can be vindicated is to win something, win a trophy, win something. Because Saint Maximin essentially was there last season. So he essentially helped them get to where they are now. So he can't just say, oh,
He missed a lot of games with injury, man.
yeah, but still, the how Newcastle were playing and all of that is also what attracted. Remember the guys that bought the team. They bought the team for a reason, and Alex and Maximan is like might be one of the highest reasons why at the time they were really, a really exciting team. Alain Saint-Maximin was dribbling around Manchester City players, and it was looking great and fun.
Still
But
losing though.
you can't really judge him off the Saint Maximin though. Like he had the
But
overall
you
one
can.
goal and 5 assists. Um, and he
That's not
missed.
bad for a Newcastle
Looking
player. I don't understand where you.
looking at this thing, he missed like 10 games out of 38. You know, like in the Premier League.
Certain
So
players we know.
I just think that I'm not nobody's saying Maximan wasn't a skill player. I just don't think it was really that important, especially in Eddie Howe's plan moving forward. So
No,
we
Hmm.
were very happy to make a
yo,
profit off him to Saudi Arabia, and he was happy to go. He was
of
happy to
course
go
he's
quick
happy to
base.
go.
It worked out for everybody.
If someone literally tells you you're not a part of my plans, of course I want to go. No, like I said, like he was never Eddie Howe
I
part of it
mean,
because Eddie Howe didn't was not the person that like what he didn't want him.
And I agree with you. It was never. It wasn't the manager's type of player, and
All
they
I'm
parted
saying,
ways.
the manager to be vindicated, he got to win something.
I
That's
don't
all.
think he has to be
He has to
vindicated at all.
outperform. He has to outperform what they look like with him, which was top four.
Like
okay, so hold on, hold on, hold on.
saying his success rides on a trophy because he let Maximin go is not really. That's a
Yeah,
non-starter. It's not really relevant to like what they're doing this season because he never wanted him to be part. It's not like Maximin
They're not
was
trying to win
lighting
trophies.
it up.
But what I'm
Right?
saying is, they're not trying to win trophies.
I think they're just trying to qualify for the Champions League again and be a regular top four team.
If they're not trying to win trophies and just be where they are, then hey, fine, y'all are right. But if they're trying to win
hold
trophies,
on. So, question for you. I also agree that the idea that he has to win trophies because of Alain Saint Maximin is a bit of a stretch. But I do agree with you that on the trophies just by itself. Now, with that being said,
no, I said
do
only.
you?
I said only if they're trying to win trophies. But since Shaq said they're just fine, just being where they are and just cool, okay, that's
I
hey.
mean, I think they're trying to win trophies, but they understand you can't put the cart before the horse. There's a step by
See
step
how much,
process.
see how much their squad is worth. Just saying.
Well, they have the money and they probably have more money in Chelsea and have spent way not as much. So it's
A
like,
fraction.
yeah, at the same time, it's like they're just trying to cement their place as a top team right now. Not
Yeah.
and Saint Maximin just wasn't part of those plans. He shouldn't be a
Which
factor, even if he was there. Like if Maximin was still there, he doesn't. Maximin alone doesn't increase their chances of winning anything. He doesn't decrease it either. He's just a
And I
skilled player that they let go.
beg to differ with you because Saint Maximan is the reason why, like I just said, that kind of put them on the kind of make them a flashy team. So, but hey, disagree, agree, disagree.
Yeah. Well, before we move on, I just have one question, right? Trophies. Now, if Eddie Howe goes out and wins an FA Cup,
Hey, he vindicated everything.
okay,
But if he
fair
doesn't,
enough.
I mean,
I don't think he has to be
if
vindicated
he
for
doesn't,
anything, though.
but the
There's
thing
nothing to
is,
vindicate.
if he doesn't, then that really doesn't matter because it seems like they're not trying to win any trophies. Like Shaq's
I mean,
just
every team wants to win a trophy, but is it a must-win break or make
but Jay,
case
we
for
know
them?
there's different
No.
levels. There's different levels on each team. Like there's different levels.
So hold on. Okay, so I have a question for you. I have a question.
Not this.
So
It's not that
so
they want to.
so here's my question. Let's say right now they're
Like
in the Champions League,
capably?
right? So
Uh-huh.
let's say in the Premier League they qualify top four again, so they qualify for Champions League. And the Champions League they make it to a knockout stage. They we'll say quarterfinals, right? Would that be a success?
Yeah,
Would you
that's
deem that
fine.
a successful season?
I mean, if they just if they just repeat what they did last season, it would be a successful season. Well, according to Shaqs. So
I'm not asking
It's
according
not
to Shaq. I'm
according to
asking to
me.
you. I'm asking to
Yeah.
you. Is
I,
that a successful
I don't
season?
know what Newcastle's intentions are. I don't. I actually don't
I
know.
don't care. I don't care about their
Their
intentions. I'm
intentions
asking
don't
you.
matter.
What do you consider to be a successful season for Newcastle? If what I described transpired, they
No,
make it to
failure,
quarterfinal stages and they qualify for Champions League again
failure,
domestically. Is that not a successful season? Yes or no?
failure. Because if you don't remember, I think they could win.
Wow.
So they have to.
Yeah, that did happen. So you're the one who expects them to win things, not
Mhm.
themselves. The other question is,
You
are they
spend,
even
wait, wait, wait,
capable
wait, wait,
of
whoa,
winning?
stop, stop, stop. Is it too much to ask, given all the money you spent on Chelsea? Like I
Mhm.
said, wait. I know you're gonna argue. Oh, Chelsea spend more players.
No, no. I was just going to ask you, what have they spent?
Play money on, remember, U.S. presidents and 18-year-olds. They spent money on actual, real, proven players like that who say, "Oh, he's good. Okay, get him." Oh, Sandro Tonali once out of Milan, and he's one of a generational talent. Oh, let's go get him. Oh, Bruno Gomez is an underappreciated talent. Let's go get him. They, Anthony Gordon. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they just they didn't really no they got some real proven talent. Okay, let's see it. Let's see it, Eddie Howe. Let's cook. Let's see it. That's all I'm trying to say. But this PSG, whatever they did to PSG, okay, this is the Newcastle I've been waiting for. I saw this coming. Y'all were late. Y'all just said, "Oh, they just wanted to be where they are and just
What do you
I think
mean?
they're having one of the
70
best.
million. Now
They've
you spend
already
70 million on a striker? No, 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 no. If I was a fan, I'm like, I need some titles here. Like, what
why
we're gonna start here? Sorry,
why
it's now. There is no
I think they're already on cloud nine, and
that will be their on
and winning a trophy would definitely cement them that they've arrived. But I feel like
exactly.
it's you know, I hate to say, but money doesn't buy trophies, really. Like
It can.
they have to continue playing like this consistently to win, and
I
like
mean, technically,
all it takes is one team to this that's
technically,
been
though,
doing
like
it longer than them, that's been in the quarterfinals of the of whatever competition to knock them out. Like
technically,
if it's
though,
a better team, like I think it's unfair to expect that for them. But if they do, that would be great. It would be amazing. Good for them. Good for the league. Good for everybody. But
I think if we expect
I
anything
think
from
they're
Chelsea and
taking it
Man U, we should
game
expect
by game.
a lot more from Newcastle. If we expect anything from Tottenham, we should expect a lot more from Newcastle. I'm
Well,
just saying.
I'm just saying it's hard. It's hard to break into the top and be a consistent team for years, no matter
But
how much money you spend.
no,
It's
I'm just
not always
asking
just
win one trophy. It can be FA Cup, Carling Cup. How many trophies has Newcastle won under Eddie Howe?
at the end of the day, winning trophies is hard, regardless of how much money you spend. Only one person can win the competition,
And
and it's
that's
not
why I'm
like they're
saying
not better teams than Newcastle in this league, and especially
they're
in
not
the
that much
Champions
better
League.
teams than
So,
them in this league, though. If you
right,
think about the talent
yeah, I
on the
didn't say
field,
there were many. I just
like
said
the
it's
point.
not like they're not better teams than them in the league. Like
But there's not
everybody
that
can have a
many, that
bad
much
day.
many.
They
Is what I'm
don't have a winning pedigree. They have a great team and a great coach, and they're playing well. Well, I just
Do
think
they have a great coach? These are
that's
things like bro, they haven't won anything yet, and they have the players that like. Okay, let's see some winning. Like, can we? We saw the FA Cup final against Man U. Okay, when are y'all gonna win something? We saw, bro. They made an FA Cup final, so they're already telling you we're a win now team. But y'all are just the ones saying, "Oh no, no, leave them alone." Now
no, that's
they're still
not.
struggling. No, we're just in
No,
the
you're trying to push everybody else to expect them to win something.
I'm just telling
We
you,
just
I'm just telling
I
you.
don't care if they win anything or not. It's not really. It's not. I'm not like looking at Newcastle. Like, oh, you guys have to win anything. I'm looking at them like you guys have reached your peak. Can you go higher? We'll see. If you do, good for you. If you don't, it will just be. I guess they just couldn't. They're just not that good yet.
They can go higher, but if they don't, it will be an underachievement.
I
Yeah,
think they can go
maybe
higher, but I think we have different. I think we have different
perspectives on their
endpoints on how high
success.
they can go. I think the highest they can go with this current setup is quarterfinals and qualifying top four again in the Premier League, and that's pretty much it. I
No
think they're still
any
finding.
cup, no cup,
Nah, nah, bro.
then that's a disappointment.
You're still going up against the cream of the crop. You still have Liverpool, you still have Man City, you still have Arsenal that you're gonna end up going up against. And while I think they can pull up a good fight, I don't think it's gonna be enough to really put it up, especially now that they're in Champions League. We're still in the early stages. When you're now, on your third, fourth group stage match, and you have FA Cup, and you have League Cup, and you still have Premier League, that's when we can start seeing what they're all about. And I just don't think their squad is deep enough to stretch that far. But we'll see. Now, there was another team playing in this match, PSG. They had quite the active summer with Messi and Neymar being two of their most famous departures, and Randall Colomwani being one of their most famous entrants. With that being the case, they haven't been doing all that well in the Uber. I said Uber Eats.
The Uber Eats. That's what it's called, though.
I know, but I think it's disrespectful. But League, they're not really off to a hot start there, and we just saw their performance here in the Champions League against Newcastle. What is going on?
Kaz, what's happening with your boy Luis Enrique? He's getting cooked by part-time DoorDash deliverers. What's going on?
With PSG,
Yeah.
we know PSG isn't good enough. They couldn't win with Messi, Neymar, and what are they gonna do with who?
Colomani, your boy.
Well, I thought Kulumani was your guy. Hold on. All of a sudden,
But, wait.
Playing him like
But compared to Messi and Neymar, who?
Hey, but
Hey, so what are we talking about here? I can only do what he can do. Go and look at Spain team. They said, oh, Luis Enrique out. Okay, go and look at Spain team. All right. Blame him all you want. It's still the same team, the same player, the same manager.
Nobody is blaming you. I asked you what is going on. I said what is going on with your boy.
Man, the man instantly jumped into defense mode.
I know, right?
Man instantly jumped into defense mode.
Whatever happened today, that was just what. Remember that knockout game last season where I think they were like up against Real Madrid the entire game. I think they were up 1-0, and then they gave up 2 goals in like 5 minutes or some crazy thing.
That wasn't last season. Was it last season? No, it wasn't last season. I think it was 2 seasons ago.
Numerous crazy exits from the Champions League. They're just not them. They're not good enough to win the Champions League. They're not a team. They're not a collection of individuals.
Messi and Neymar. What do you expect, bro? What?
Mbappe and friends.
If they had let Mbappe go to Real Madrid, like Real Madrid would have probably won a quadruple.
Mbappe and friends is not
course for a quadruple at this point. But I'm glad they're letting Bellingham cook. Oh yeah, the Uber Eats League. It's getting. I think the level is starting to balance out.
Folarin Balongo is doing his thing. Leon got some nice players like Marcel. Aubameyang is lighting up Marcel. So come on, man. They literally lost 2 of the best players on the planet. Marcus.
All right, so
I'm asking you, what do you want? Or sorry, not Marcus Checks. What do you want my guy to do, please?
Well, I think first of all, to cement the rebuild, he has to let Mbappe go, but that's kind of over his head.
Wow.
Because they need to.
Marcus, letting Mbappe go. Do you support this?
It's time to let go to complete the rebuild, and turn them into a team that can actually compete. It seems like they've just been shithousing their way to how many leagues in a row, and they've had more than a couple close calls already. So the Uber Eats League was already kind of competitive, but they had these mega stars that just dragged them over the line. And now it looks like Mbappe just doesn't care anymore. Just let the man move on to his dream club. Stop holding Mbappe hostage.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Use that money and rebuild the team. And Luis Enrique, give him the reins for 3-5 years, and I promise they will at least make another Champions League final.
I'm not gonna lie to you. If it was me, if I was Luis Enrique coming in, seeing what was transpiring, bro, all that stuff went down. All that stuff went down the month before he signed a contract to get hired. Seeing everything that went down before I signed paper, put the pen to paper, I would have said, I know you're working on getting Messi and Neymar out, get Mbappe out too. If I'm coming, it needs to be a fresh restart. I need a blank canvas. I'm not coming here to manage
Yeah,
any.
he needs to stamp his authority on that team, and he can never do that while Mbappe is there.
You know why he didn't? You know why he didn't even try that? Because he's not trying to fight with them. No,
Yeah, I don't think demanding Mbappe to be sold during that drama would have worked at all. It would have backfired terribly, and he wouldn't have gotten the job. But I
I
think
think
maybe he had the
You're
expectation
coming to me.
that
I
he
don't
would
need to
leave.
work for you. You're coming to me. You want me to work for you. If you don't want to take my
Well,
circumstances upon those
if I'm
upon that
Luis
hiring,
Enrique,
good luck. Find another
no, but
manager.
you're not Luis. Luis Enrique has been unemployed for a while now. Okay, he
thank
needed a
you,
job.
thank you for
He
saying
wasn't
that.
exactly the hottest commodity on the
Let's
But
market.
be honest. Hold on. Let's be honest. Wait, before you go, Zach. Hold on. Before you go, Zach. Let's
yeah,
be honest. Let's be honest. Luis Enrique is considered to be a legend as a manager, right? He's considered to be a legend as a manager. I don't care if he's been unemployed for a decade. You don't you don't get to legendary status and be broke. Come on.
what are
He did not need PSG. Let's be honest. He did not need PSG.
that's exactly my point. That's why I'm saying that the point is he does not want to work for PSG. He wants to work for Chelsea. Look at the route the last two Chelsea managers have gone. PSG to Chelsea. He knows where his destination
Didn't
is.
he reject us?
No, we
He did.
rejected
He
him,
did.
right? Didn't we reject?
No.
He
No.
rejected
No.
Chelsea.
Wait. We didn't. No, we didn't even. I don't even think we interviewed him because we didn't. We didn't even
He
interview.
declined the interview.
He
No,
ruled himself out of the job.
exactly.
Yes.
He didn't want
Because
to work
listen,
for us.
because before we even went for Pochettino, right? Remember, he wrote that whole 10-page essay, 15-page essay about how he's going to utilize each player's skills, and we scoffed at it. That's why.
No, I think we had a meeting and they just couldn't align on a
We didn't,
vision. And
they didn't even meet up. Is
just
what I'm saying. They did not meet with him.
why is he writing a dissertation if he's not presenting it to anybody?
No,
They
he
did
sent
meet
it
up.
to them. No, he sent it to like the one of the like the members
One
of
of
that.
them, yeah, clearly
Yeah, and
one of them.
they just scoffed at it. Like I don't think that they like got back to him or anything. So he's like, okay, that's fine. I'll just take myself out. Yeah.
Man, wishful thinking. One last question and we'll call it wraps on this. When do we expect PSG to get knocked out? Do they even make knockout stages?
I
Yes,
think I
they
think
do.
I think this
They
might
make.
be the season where they get knocked out of the group of death. You know,
I,
it depends. I know Newcastle's definitely making it out of that group, and I think it's going to be Newcastle and Milan that make it out of that group.
think Milan gets the short end of the stick.
We'll see.
Really?
Well, one of them will end up in Europa League, and that will be fun to watch because I feel like one of any of those teams are capable of winning the Europa League
I think it's either
in
going to
that
be
group.
PSG or Dortmund, and then
Maybe
obviously
PSG will end up with a European trophy, just not the one they wanted.
Hey, it's tough. But I have to go with Shegs here. I do think it's going to be Milan
is
and
it the
Newcastle.
Mecca effect?
And I'll take it even a step further. I think Dortmund is going to sneak in to the Europa League. I think PSG is
PSG
going to
dead
bounce out
last.
completely out of Europe.
Damn.
They're about to have their Barcelona from 3 years ago. This is their Barcelona season.
Hey, you might be right, but I have faith in Luis Enrique. He'll figure it out. He'll figure something out.
Oh, it won't be Luis Enrique's fault. It won't be Luis Enrique's fault. The rest of the Champions League matches kind of went as expected. Borussia Dortmund, AC Milan, I guess that one was a bit outside of expectations with a draw. Kind of expected more goals there. But yesterday, there was something that went completely, two matches that went completely against expectations. Arsenal losing to Lens. Not really anything to be concerned about, I don't think. I think one thing not to be concerned about is the Saka injury. We play them on Sunday.
Big
I don't think
loss.
Saka will be prepared for that match, so I guess that's a worry for Arsenal. But the one that I really want to focus on is Manchester United and Galatasaray. 3-2, Manchester United falls to Galatasaray. Not only do they lose, consecutive opening group stage matches in the Champions League. This loss makes it their third consecutive loss at home. Something I don't think they've ever done, and if they've done, it's been a long time since they've done it.
It's their
Again,
worst start to a season in their history, in
Old
the
mhm.
Premier
Trafford
League
is no
history.
longer revered.
Nope,
Nobody cares.
nope.
That place is falling apart, like Ronaldo said.
Hey, falling apart like their record.
Yeah. What about on Man U? Maybe they should go compete for the Europa League again. You know, that's their level. They're definitely not Champions League level.
Yeah.
So I don't think that was a shock result. I think it's just more of the same from Man U. As far as Arsenal go, Arsenal would definitely still end up either winning that group, but they lost Saka and they played Man City next, and Saka has played like 82 straight. His record is insane. He started like for like over 2 seasons straight for Arsenal.
I
Hilarious.
know
Well,
that's not what
he does know a thing or two about scoring against Man City, but no, no,
it's been
they're gonna
years since that happened. It's been
yeah,
years since that took place.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's been
but
like
I
a
think
year and a
I'm gonna
half.
take
Two.
this moment to gloat about the fact that I've been right about Man U ever since the start of the season when I said they would not make top four, and you all looked at me like,
No, I didn't. I agree. I think I agree with you.
sure.
I said,
No,
yeah,
it was top
yeah.
six. It was top six. I was astounded on because you didn't have him making top six.
I said there would be seven. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
Damn. What do you think now?
you got that. You
seeing
got
Man
that.
U struggles has been very good as a Chelsea fan. You know, basically everybody that's we've been looking up to in the table lost this past weekend, so we eating good and long may it continue. Oh, this is the question I wanted to ask about Man U.
We have the most clean sheets, Chelsea.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. I didn't notice that. But I have a question. I have a Man U question for you guys. Who do you think will last longer at the club? Jadon Sancho or Eric Ten Hag?
Definitely
That was
Eric.
actually going to be my next question. To be honest, I think it might. I'm looking at Manchester United's fixtures. Right, they got Brentford, Sheffield,
Gonna lose it.
Copenhagen, City, Newcastle. Yo, honestly, I'm looking at this all the way up until December, and Ten Hag might not make it till Christmas. And at that point, Jadon Sancho would last longer. Ten Hag might not make it till Christmas. How like even if I just look at October, they could go through with the way they look. They could go through October with just one win, and that's against Sheffield United.
Bro, it's not looking good, bro. It's
Yeah,
not looking good.
um, I think we need to put the crisis handle firmly on Manchester United now.
Yeah, they're in
I think
crisis.
it's time. They
You're
are.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were wrong. I was wrong personally. They're in crisis. Yeah.
Yeah, I take that back. I can't say it will be for sure Eric Ten Hag that lasts longer. Yeah, but looking at like their past fixtures,
It's possible though. It is very possible.
uh,
But I don't know. Will Man U fire their guy? Their yes man. Their new. He just won them a trophy last season. Would they really fire him?
if it goes winless in like the next five, hey,
Well. If he pulls a Chelsea from last season or early this season, they might be looking at him sideways. If he crashes out of the group stage and ends up in Europa, they might have to have a couple of meetings. You know, if he gets knocked out,
You say end up in Europa. They have to get points to end up in Europa.
if they crash out of Europe entirely,
yeah, Europa.
fourth place does not go to Conference League. It goes out of Europe. I hope they know that.
Yeah, they're not even going to conference. Conference League doesn't take teams that can't make it into Europa League. No, Europa League doesn't take teams that can't get points.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
All right,
they seem
so
like a really disjointed team right now, and it's always going to be on him. It's going to be his fault. They're always going to choose to get rid of the manager rather than players.
Yeah. Unfortunately, nobody's going to be talking about Jadon Sancho if he goes 5 games.
Me personally, I'm going to
Nobody
be
will.
Jadon Sancho was right. Justice for Sancho. I got the hashtags ready.
Justice for Sancho.
Justice for Sancho.
So justice for David. There you go. Justice for David.
Justice for Jada is actually catchier. Yeah. Oh yeah. I just want to fit this in. I know we got a lot to go through, but Bayern is winning the Champions League this year.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'll just say it now. I've been
Stop.
thinking about it for a week or a week and a half now. They're gonna win. They're gonna win the Champions League.
I see your Bayern. Can I raise you with Inter Milan?
No.
Lautaro Martinez.
They're once again choke again.
Saw him come off the bench and score 4 goals. Okay.
He did that? He did that?
Yes.
Why did he do that?
Y'all not watching Bayern play. Y'all not. You know Bayern. You know Bayern spent a good part of that match behind, right?
They're still gonna win the Champions
I'm
League.
not concerned.
I don't know if I can agree with you on Bayern.
Tuchel is at the wheel. Watch.
Bayern looking like all right. So
Fragile.
Bayern looks like the Philadelphia Eagles right now. They win, but their games would be, man, they're going to pull this through. And then they somehow win. But we'll see.
Let me give you one better, right? Let me take what Zach said and give you and take it further, right? Mm-hmm. The way Bayern is playing, the way Bayern has looked at times this season is actually making Chelsea management look like geniuses for letting Tuchel go.
No, they were shaky from the minute he got there, but they were much shakier before. That's why they fired their coach.
He stabilized them at least, but he couldn't solve all the issues that were very clear under Nagelsmann.
This is what you just told me. The man, this is what you just told me. I have a broken arm, and he used chopsticks for my arm splint. That's what you just told me.
I mean, they stuck Harry Kane up front to farm goals, so they'll walk the league. But what they really, really want is the Champions League, and I think they have the personnel and the time to get. They're gonna walk. Bro, they've won 18 straight group games. They're gonna waltz through the group stage, and I feel bad for the team that gets to play them in the round of 16. It's probably gonna be Arsenal. Watch if Arsenal slip up and finish second. I feel bad for whoever they have to play in that round of 16. It might be Newcastle.
Right, that's fine. I just know that they're not surviving the quarterfinal.
I'm just telling y'all right.
I think they're gonna get much better by then. Quarterfinals not to March.
Yeah, it's not for a little bit. But I'm just telling y'all right now, Lautaro Martinez, this man is playing possessed.
That's fine. He can play possessed, and then the team be asked.
Yeah, one man can't win you anything though.
No, but goals win games, player.
Yeah, they do. But
that's fine. That's fine.
It's still a team sport, Like if his team gets decided to play like shit, he won't score.
I got a burner on the bench that can come in, and his team was not playing well. It was 0-0. He came on in the second half and banged in 4 goals. He's possessed.
He's that guy, but he in the Champions League is a different crazy
this season. Because he's playing with Marcus Thuram, who, man, all he's done is score amazing goals since he got there. So, yeah, watch out. I'm telling you, Inter Milan is the team.
We will be watching.
Or will be. I am predicting that they will be.
All right, last thing to mention before we start to wrap up. In the Premier League, you guys finally got a win. I think this calls for celebration.
We did.
Yeah. Yes, you guys have a goal.
It's not a celebration, but it's all that it does is inputs in us hope and expectation.
You're not happy.
We'll see if it's false hope or delusional expectation. But that's all it does.
Well,
so you're not happy.
I don't think we should be hopeful and thinking, "Oh, we're back now." I think we should be thinking, "Thank God we can still win games. We can still score goals. We just need to trust the goddamn process." It took Modric 10 months to score a goal, and here we are. Finally, he's broken that. Hopefully, he can keep improving. Even though
I don't think you can hold that against him. I don't think you can hold that against him for a large majority of those months.
I never said
he had one Kai Havertz in front of him.
I wasn't holding him against him. I was saying the process that's taken this long. We got a lot of people at the club, and I think Chelsea should not. I mean, we can be happy with the win because a win is a win. 2 in a row, and we should take that. And just we know we have to get much better. We still have much improving to do, and more injuries. Modric went off at halftime. Chilwell is out for 2 months now.
We
So
just said that's precautionary.
yeah, hopefully even Broya
Chilwell's
went
looking
off.
like a transfer target.
Caicedo went off. We really need to solve this injury nonsense because it's really
Man,
it's way past the point of this is getting out of hand. So it's
your
like
training staff is
yeah,
suspect.
we
That's
don't.
what it is.
I don't know why they're not ordering an audit of the entire everything, all the training, the games, the way they play, the way they recover, what they eat, everything. It's crazy. It's kind of disappointing because that if we don't have these players fit, then we won't be able to go on runs, of a streak of wins if we can't even rotate properly or have options. So, like Zach said, the injuries suck all hope out of me after that win. Of course, I am happy to see it, and at the same time, happy to see the so-called good teams in the Premier League show that they are human as well. But it's for Chelsea, we're just wait and see right now, and I don't even know who do we play next. West Ham.
Like I said, man,
Oh, we play. I think we play Burnley next, so we should win that one before the international break. We can't
I don't know.
be the ones that donate
even,
the first 3 points to Burnley's cause. Like,
even
please.
Burnley has already beaten Luton Town.
Oh, they did. Yes, was that today or yesterday?
It's like yesterday. Yesterday. Yeah, I don't even think I'm telling you, I don't think the team we're playing matters because I've seen how these new set of players play. They're not afraid of anything, okay? We just need some kind of stability and some kind of leadership on the field, like I said. But it looks like Conor Gallagher is stepping up into that role. I saw that in the last match. Like he did that. He did everything. He was everywhere doing everything. That's what we really miss. Someone like that who will step up, take charge. I'll get the ball back. I'll make that pass. No, I'll make that run. No, I'll track him down. He did all of that.
And I refuse to get injured, and I'm not.
Oh, and he's been playing consecutive games now too. So
injured.
He's been keeping himself fairly fit too.
I think the players too have to look at themselves too, because why do you keep getting injured like every year?
You have to look at yourself. Like
you need some milk.
Consistently injured, you have to.
They need to recover better. They need to eat better. Like something, they need to know when to not to go in on those dangerous tackles and have total control of your bodies, because the injuries are the reason why we're still bottom half. Honestly,
yeah,
I'll say that.
Yep.
Isn't Reece James a captain?
Reece James is the captain.
Yes,
all right, so if Reece James is the captain, he needs to start with Reece James because that's the person who does exactly what you're talking about. The man who's very physical and goes into
I'm talking about tackles. All of them. Yeah, like just doing too much and putting too much stress on their bodies. Like they gotta do something different.
You can't tell them to change their game though. I would not tell them to change their game. I would tell them to change up their preparation. You can't
no.
Change their
game.
But
you can though. We can stop playing wing backs and asking them to do defense and attack, because Richie can do it all, but he can't keep doing that every game. That's why he gets injured.
But that's literally the game now. That's how they play now. That's today's game. If you don't do that, you lose.
No, we don't. We don't always have to have Ben Chilwell and Reece James in the opposition box. We really don't have to do that every game. We should. Like, we've been too dependent on them. And that's why they're carrying the entire weight on the team on their knees and ACLs.
Goals, but you don't want wing backs up. You're not going to get goals in this league if your wing backs don't go up. Marcus, please explain this to him. How does Man City play? Who scores the most goals every year?
Without wing backs, you can't score goals all of a sudden. That's crazy.
No, yeah, I'm so serious. Yeah. That's how this new league is.
I'm just gonna.
Am I wrong, Marcus? I mean, like.
I mean,
it's not like a broken record here. Like, it's not like y'all been looking for like quality wing backs for how long now?
We've kind of moved away from it because we couldn't find one though. That's the thing. Not
But
really. Now we have Kyle Walker as really our only main wingback that flies up and down like that. Other than that, we just have center back slotting into midfield and helping with the build-up play.
Reece
what
Don't
I'm
James
really
saying,
have
cannot.
to.
Reece James cannot handle the burden of being a wing back
those
anymore.
guys still put pressure on the defense by what did you just say? It goes up.
No, yeah.
You
But
have
it's
to.
you know,
You can't
Is
just
Skywalker in the opposition box? No. Like, if we keep
what?
playing them the same way, they're just gonna keep getting injured. Because right now they're extremely injury prone.
That's
It's
how we play, and that's
it's
how they played when we won the
there's no
Champions
point
League.
playing them
So
in that
it's
position. We
what
need
it
we need
is.
to start protecting them more and find alternatives ways to play
all
them.
right.
Because
So last
playing
question.
them
Last question of
up
the
front is not gonna work anymore. They're
last,
just gonna
last
keep
question of the
getting.
episode. Last question of the episode. So Chelsea has in October Burnley, Arsenal, Brentford. How many points?
Burnley, Arsenal, Brentford.
Brentford. Yep.
All
That's what
Premier
you got in
League.
October. How many points?
What? How many points do you think we will get?
Yep. Last question of the episode.
Um, Brentford.
Burnley.
We can beat Burnley.
Okay, so that's 3 points.
No.
You said draw with Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's 4 points.
We can draw Brentford.
Draw? Okay. With the way Brentford's playing, I think you guys could take that dub. All right, so
So I still respect Brentford. That's a London derby, remember?
okay, so 5 points. Shakes.
Oh, yeah. So
Let me look at what the home and away first.
I think we tie both London derbies and then come out win victorious against Burnley.
Okay, 5 points.
1 second.
I
So
seriously think Pochettino is going to play those games just to tie. I don't blame him. I would do the same thing.
While Shakes is looking up his extra information, I think it's gonna be 6 points. I think you guys lose to Arsenal but beat Burnley and Brentford.
That's fair. I would take that. That's more points. But I honestly think, I really, really think that we are going to play different tactics because of our injuries against especially Arsenal. Arsenal, they're not going to see the inside of that box. I'm telling you. Watch. All that passing is just going to be around the box. Trust me. Watch.
I'm
Like
worried.
we have the most clean sheets. I know it's only 5 games, but we still have the most clean sheets in the league for a reason. So we know how to defend. I see it now. So we can. I think if Pochettino is a good, smart coach, he will tap into what his team's strength is. Looking like his defense. So let's see. Park the bus, man. Park that bus. I don't care.
I think
I don't care.
the only
Just
one I think we're gonna beat Burnley. I think we're gonna beat Brentford. The Arsenal game.
this day. Park that bus, bro. That's all I can say. Literally. And then just have Jackson or Mudrick up there. I'm telling you.
I can't really predict that, but I'll just say we lose that game. I'll say we
Six
I'll say
points.
we lose that game, and depending on the Brentford that shows up, probably maybe draw. So
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
yeah, for 5 points. I'm the only optimist. Okay.
yeah.
Premier League derbies. What
No,
do I
I
always
actually
say
predicted
about
4 points.
derbies?
So yeah,
Premier League derbies
3-0
are
and one.
hard to win, easy to lose.
Yeah.
Hard to win, but easy to lose.
And with that, that brings us to the end of yet another episode. If you've been with us for this long, as always, we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.